Okay, I'm going to do a mic check. Let me just see here. I believe we are going to be broadcasting in just a second. So we're going to give it a moment, make sure we are going to go live, and then we're going to start up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start up. So do me a favor if you can. Do me a favor for those folks that are watching right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share this right now. Let me just do that. Hold on. Let me go here, and then I'm going to share it. And I believe we are live. So I'm going to hit the share button here. Share into a group. Let me share into our group over here at the Happy Entrepreneurs Tribe. So we're now going to be live, and I'm going to make sure that you can all tune in. You all can tune in. And do me a favor if you can. Do me a favor. Look right below the video. And just let me know that you can hear me, because I know we're live online and we're live here as well. I'm going to go in now. Let me start the recording up for those folks that are listening. And then we're going to go ahead and get started. But first, look right below the video and just let me know you can hear me. Say, Shay, we can hear you. Because that would be incredible. Actually, it'd be amazing if I was broadcasting and you couldn't hear me. So I'm good now. You couldn't hear me. So I want to make sure that. So I'm going to hit the start button now. And then we're going to get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make sure you can hear me, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur, and I'm so excited to be here. One of the beliefs that I hold is I believe the results that show up in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. And so we're going to talk about getting results in your life today, Franklin Morris Wilson. We're going to talk today about getting results in your business, Cammy Selly. We're going to talk Priscilla Monroe. We're going to talk Charlene Day. We're going to talk about how do you get results in your life and get results in your business. Now, I'm doing something that I've never done before. For those folks that are tuning and listening, just yesterday, by the way, we tried to broadcast. And guess what? It didn't work. And so one of the ways we like to start off the lab, a place you come to get your sales and marketing solutions, is I like to start off with the Champions Creed. And, you know, this is something that my mentor passed to me. And when he passed it to me, I'm not sure I quite understood why he did it. And I can tell you right now, I didn't really have the appreciation. And then when I got started, there was a challenge in my business where I had no clients. Now, how many of you out there know what I'm talking about? When you start a business, we all start at the exact same place. And do you know what that place is? 0 clients. And then he shared this with me. And it wasn't directly, it was actually through an audio cassette. Remember those audio cassettes? Oh my gosh, how long ago was that? But it was called the Champions Creed. And this is something we repeat before we get started of every single one of these episodes. And if you want a copy of the Champions Creed, I'm going to repeat it at least 3 times. And then I'm going to share it over in the group. And here's where we're going to be putting the notes. Here's where we're going to share the comments. We're going to be networking over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Everyone jot that down. happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. And for all my folks who are joining and just tune in for the very first time, if you're able to see this for whatever reason, look right below the video, and I want you to put your name, the name of your business, and then put Champions Creed, hashtag the Happy Entrepreneur, because guess what? I'm not just the happy entrepreneur. You're the happy entrepreneur. You got this because you believe that you can solve a problem. Here's the Champions Creed. I'm gonna share it with you. I can recite it, but I'm gonna read it. I got these AirPods in my ear because we're broadcasting right now on our private conference line. But I'm allowing some of you to eavesdrop in on this conversation about how to skyrocket your sales. So I thought I'd let you eavesdrop, some of you. But here's the Champions Creed. Here it is. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying. Let me say it again, because some of you are worried about failing. Some of you are worried about something not working out. Let me share this with you. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. I added it on because we black folks, we always have a remix version on stuff. That's just what we do. So what do I want you to do? I'm going to say it one more time. The Champions Creed is how we start off. It's how we get started. And yes, don't worry about it. I'm going to get into sharing some golden ideas with you. I'm going to get into sharing some things that you can do right now in your business is going to help you. But I want to make sure before I even get started that we all understand the Champions Creed. And as I repeat this last time, and we normally only start off one time, but I'm going to copy and paste it, and I'm going to put it over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. I want you to have this for your notes. And here it is, the Champions Creed from my mentor, and I pass it to you. I am not judged by the number of times I fail, but by the number of times I succeed. And the number of times I succeed is in direct proportion to the number of times I can fail and keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. Shay, what's the point before you get started? Why do you like to start off that way? Because this is something that my father told me. His name is Marshall Brown. He's no longer with us, but he used to share this with me every single day and with my sons and with his grandkids. He would say, look, in life and in business, you never give in, you never give out, and you never give up. Let me say that again. That's a Marshall Brown. I can't claim credit. That's Marshall Brown, but never give in, never give out, and never give up. Why is that important? How does that relate to you tonight? Before we get started, just on how to skyrocket your sales, because just yesterday, and some of you were there on the episode, I tried to do something I'd never done before. I said, you know what? I'm going to broadcast out. And we're going to have this training, this mastermind, this session that comes together so I can help people get results in their life and their business. And I was talking to someone, I'm not going to mention their name. They told me not to mention their name, although I told them I'm going to tell the story, by the way. And they said, well, Shay, if you're doing it online, which is why I have these in my ear, why don't you broadcast it? Like, why don't you share a little bit of it? Why don't you make sure that goes over into the private group where other folks can network? I said, sure, let's do it. So you know what I did? I got ready and I did the best I could. And then I was using a new software program I had never used before. And I got started. And some of you can still see it. I think it's still out there, and it crashed on us yesterday. And then I couldn't get the lights to work. And then I got this new fancy audio board that kind of gets connected so you can get really good sound. And guess what? It didn't work. And last night I failed. But you know what? I said, I'm going to keep trying. I said, I'll be back. And maybe that's where you are in your business. Maybe there's some clients or some deals you thought you were going to get and it didn't happen. Or maybe there's some new technology you were going to use in your business and you didn't get a chance to make that happen. Here's what I want you to know. Keep trying. So you know what I did today? Just an hour, half an hour before Apple closed, I was over at the Apple store. I was trying to get another piece so I could make all of this stuff come together. And I rushed home, rushed in here, set up some lights, and here I am now talking to you. This is not about me. It definitely isn't about me, but this is all about you. So tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world, I want you to know that we are going to have a conversation about how to skyrocket your sales and how to really impact more people and earn an income, how to make $1 and a difference, and truly at the end of the day, how to have more meaning in the world so you make more money. And if that sounds like something you're looking for, hey, Theon Gordon, if that sounds like you, do me a favor. Look right below the video, and I want you to jot these words in your notes. I am a champion. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur, because that's you. Before I get started, I am a champion. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Now, I want you to write that right below. I want you to put that in your notes. Yeah, I'm going to get training. And if this is something that sounds like you and you're like, you know what, Shay, this is the perfect time for you to hear this message. Hit the heart button. Hit the heart button. But it's you and I. And we are on this journey. You're in the lab right now. And this is where we give the best sales and marketing solutions that exist on the planet. And I'm going to tell you, I showed up today not to show out, but I showed up today to give you my best. Sharon Steele, I see you. I am a champion. And use the hashtag the happy entrepreneur, because you are the happy entrepreneur. I'm not the happy entrepreneur. I'm not the only one out there, but I know you got in business because you can make a difference. Doesn't that feel good? Hey, Deborah Rose Ross. Hey, I see my brother Kwame Brown out there. I am a champion. Hey, Cammie Selly. I am a champion. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. And hello to my main person, Theon Gordon. I am a champion, the happy entrepreneur. And she's out there right now. She's out there right now, out there in California. Actually, I don't know where she is. Someone just sent me a text. I wish y'all could see the text. And they asked me why I got this in my ears and I have a microphone. Don't worry about it. Some of you are listening to us online, and some of you are over at the happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Again, the happyentrepreneurstribe.com. And for those that are there, I'm so glad that you are. All right, let's get started. And I'm on a theme. I'm on a mission. And let me make sure y'all can hear me. Let me go back because I'll make sure you guys can hear me because I'd be very upset if I was talking to myself right now. Wouldn't that be funny? Like, wouldn't that be the most hilarious thing in the world if I was talking to myself? That would just be hilarious. Okay. But the good news is right now they're telling me I'm not talking to myself. Okay, good. Okay. We're going to now have a conversation about how to skyrocket your sales, having the right mindset, the right rituals, and the right routine. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you're having a conversation. I was talking to a client just earlier today. I'm not going to mention her name. And we were talking about getting results in her business this month and making sure you guys can see me. And one of the things I asked her while we were going is I said, what's your biggest challenge right now? And this person said to me, and for lack of a better term, we're going to call her Karen. Karen said, I'm not stuck, Shay, but I'm doing a whole lot of things right now, but I'm just not getting the results. And I said, okay, tell me a little bit about that. Now, the person is going to networking events. The person is attending webinars. The person is working with a coach. The person doing everything they need to do, and yet the results aren't coming in. And she said, when I saw that note from you about skyrocket your sales, I thought it was a gimmick. I said, what? Like, seriously, how can you think it's a gimmick and you're a client of mine, right? Isn't this just amazing? She said, no, I thought it was just another one of those things you were doing to get people to tune in. And I said, no. Well, you can skyrocket your results when you have the right rituals and you use the right routine. And she said, I need to take a look at what I'm doing. Not in a good thing, not in a bad way, but in a good way. And here's what I shared with her. Jot this in your notes. I shared this before, and I'm going to share it again today. I said, look, Karen, people form habits, and habits form futures. Whoa! Someone write that down for me for a moment. People form habits, and habits form futures. So what habits are you going to have? What habits are you going to change? What habits are you going to implement this month in order to change the results that you have? And she paused for a moment. And she said, I don't know. I said, you don't know? I said, well, let me share something. This is a coaching session. This is real time. I'm going to share with you this evening or this morning or this afternoon, whatever time it is. I'm going to share with you 3 habits you need. But here's what I shared with her. I shared a phrase from a good friend of mine. His name is David Bowers here in Washington, D.C. And I'm located here in Washington, D.C. And David Bowers, once upon a time, used to always ask this question. And I never knew why he asked the question, but it sunk in with me. He said, hey, Shay. And we would be, he runs a nonprofit, and we would be there, and he's looking over the reports, and we're in one of his leadership meetings, and he would ask this question to the entire leadership team. I asked this question to Karen. I'm going to ask this question to you, and I want you to fill in the blank. This is a fill in the blank. I said he would ask this question. David Bowers would say this. All this looks great. It really does look great. It does. Everyone's doing a wonderful job. Everyone's doing great. But here's a question I have. Do we have movement or do we have progress? Whoa, Shay, that sounded pretty intense. Yeah, it is. No, he would ask that question. Do we have movement right now or do we have progress? And as he was sitting there, it didn't sink in then. I thought it was the silliest question in the world. But as I was talking to Karen, I asked Karen that question. I said, Karen, do you have movement in your business? That means you are sending emails. You are on social media. You're going to meetings. You started another yet 6-figure campaign launch. You're working on another, check this out, content library piece. And yet you got all this movement, but do you have progress? And I ask you that same question right now. Someone right now, do me a favor over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. I want you to ask this question. Jot this down in your notes. Do you have movement or do we have progress? Do you have movement or do you have progress? And as I ask you that question, what's your answer? What's your answer? Like, look right below the video, and ask yourself the question, do I have movement or do I have what? Progress. And truthfully, honestly, when the person was thinking about it, they said, I've got a lot of movement, Shay, but I'm not really getting the progress. I said, you're not alone. I've been there before. I can probably name a dozen folks who've been there before where they had everything they needed, but guess what? They didn't, and they weren't making and didn't have any movement at all. And let me see, what did I do with that? And as I shared that with her, I said, let me go ahead and share 3 success habits. And these are habits that you can have in your business so you can get the progress, because people form habits and habit forms future. So I shared these with her. I don't have a big story of a breakthrough like she went out and made $10,000 right away, or she went out and landed her biggest client yet, because it just happened today. But as I shared these habits with her, I thought about you, the entrepreneur, you, the speaker, you, the happy entrepreneur, you, the coach, the expert, the business owner, the mom, the dad. And I said, you know what? Let me share these habits this evening. So let me go ahead and share those habits, and then we'll move on. But I want to go into a teachable moment. How this relates to you is, if you have movement right now, I want you to pay close attention so you can move from just having movement in your business, doing a whole lot of stuff, to having the progress, which is going to lead you to the results. It's going to lead you to the results. Or maybe you're making progress, but you need to fast track that progress. Look, I'm going to meet you where you are. I'm going to meet you where you are. I'm going to meet you where you are right now for where you are. So here's idea number 1. And do me a favor, for those folks that are over right now, over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. If you're over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, let me go over to that group. I want you to go into the group right now, and I want you to put your number 1 idea right now, in order for someone to go from movement to progress. Because I know I don't have all the ideas, and I know you have some ideas, and there might be some ideas that you want to share as well. So I want to make sure that you get a chance to share those right now. Now, I know some of you right now, as you're doing that, you're trying to get in, trying to have your comments. I'm gonna approve those now so you can get into the group. I'm doing that right now as I'm going over there. Let me make sure I'm at the right place, and then I'm going to share these ideas. So I'm doing a couple things I just haven't done before, by the way, which is, hey, Beverly Young, thanks for joining. So now I've got to go over here and got to figure out how to do this as well. I want to recognize Sylvia, who's on the line right now, Camry, who's on the line right now, and many of you who are joining in and listening right now as we are having this particular conversation. Okay, here we go. 3 ideas. The first idea, and this is going to help you, the first idea right now is to review your sales pipeline. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Review your sales pipeline. Now, this is a habit that you can have. Now, I'm not asking you to go into have a fancy CRM system. Some of you use a ClickFunnels. Some of you use Ontraport. Some of you, your CRM, which is where you house all of your information. Some of you, it's in an Infusionsoft like I use. I'm going to back away for a moment. And I want you in this present moment to look objectively at your revenue opportunities that are in front of you right now. And I want you to take out a piece of paper, or maybe some of you are using a pad. I don't know if y'all can see it. I have a pad in front of me right now. And I want you to write down a line and just put down hot. And then underneath that, put down warm. And then underneath that, put down cold. Put down hot, and then put down warm, and then put down cold. Now, we're going to do something that's going to sound overly simplistic. You're not going to jump up and down. You're not going to shout and run down the aisles. But if you do this, and if you let me, it's going to change your life. We're going to look at our pipeline objectively. We're not going to have a feelings-based pipeline. Someone jot this down. No feeling-based pipeline. Put this in your notes. No feelings, FELLINGS, hyphen, based pipeline. What that means is we're not going to feel like something big is coming. We're not going to have this emotion that because we're in movement. Remember, do we have movement or do we have progress? Do we have movement or do we have progress? We're not going to have this emotion because we feel like we're in movement, and we're not going to have this high belief system that it's going to happen no matter what. Now, I do believe, and I want you to believe, and I want you to feel that way, but I also want you to execute, and we're going to look at it from an objective, fact-based perspective. Now, this is just one idea, but this one idea could change your life. So let's look at hot. And hot right now is anyone that is a potential. Maybe it's a contract. Maybe it's one-on-one. Maybe it's a conversation you had. But anyone that you believe has the potential to become a client over the next 30 days. Now, 30 days for some of you, you haven't even met your new clients yet. I know there's some people we're going to work with. I haven't even met them yet. I get that. But just based on what you know, the conversations that you have, go ahead and put their name down now. So company X, company Y. Now, when I asked Karen to do this earlier today, Karen put down 2. And they were high. And I applauded her. Just like you, if you put down 1 or 2, I applaud you. Some of you have more than that. Some of you, really the answer is 0. You have 0. That's fine. I applaud you as well. Good job for showing up. And then underneath that, I want you to put down warm. Now warm is just a list of names that you feel these are folks who could become a client, a customer, a member, whatever you're looking for, over the next 60 days. And so now we're looking out over the next 60 days. Now, this is what the sales superstars do. This is what this is the difference between the average entrepreneur whose income goes up and then it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. This is the difference between them. Make sure this is still broadcasting. Oh, good. It's still broadcasting. Let me see here. Yes. This is the difference between them, and this is the difference between the superstar, the great salesperson, the sales millionaire, the folks that exceed their revenue targets on a consistent, reliable basis. Now that you've done that, I want you to step back and I want you to ask yourself this question. Now, this is about how we're going to skyrocket your sales. This is not about, how do I make an extra little bit of money? This is how do we skyrocket our sales? And so once you've done that, the next thing I want you to do now that you've written this down, you're writing this down, right? You and I, we're doing this together. We're writing this down. Now I want you to say, what are my best lead generation strategies now? Like, what is my number one lead generation strategy to get in front of people who have a problem? Now, I'm sharing an idea that's going to help you change your life. And I want you to listen. I want you to tune in. I want you to hang in there with me. And I want you to imagine for a moment that you and I are sitting here and maybe you have a big whiteboard. Kim didn't have that. Kim just had a piece of paper. But you're Kim right now. I mean, I realize that this is something that you're able to participate in, but it's real. This is real talk. And so I said, okay, what's your number one lead generation strategy? How are you going to get in front of people and bring people in who have a problem? I'm going to share this with you, and I want you to put this in your notes. And someone write this, look right below the video. Put this right below the video right now. This is just a distinction. It's a principle. It's what we believe in. But put this right down below as you put down your number one idea. But put this down. Here, if you're ready, here you go. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. We are in the problem-solving business. Let me say it again. People will pay you today if you will help them solve a problem today. We are in the problem-solving business. Saucony Prints, we're in the solving problem business. Vendora Wood, we're in the problem-solving business. Saucony Prints, we're in the solving problem business. Mary Lou Mitchell, we're in the problem-solving business. Erica, I see you. We're in the problem-solving business. What did I say? People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's you, not me. You are the happy entrepreneur. You are the one looking for results in your life because you understand the results in your life are just as important as the results that show up in your bank account. That's why you're here. So now as you do that, and again, Karen and I, we're having this conversation, and I'm asking her what is her number one lead generation strategy. Like, how's she going to generate leads? How's she going to get in front of people who have a problem? Now, this is not a Beat Me Up session. This is the lab. This is where we get down. This is where we share some of the best ideas and the best solutions. I'm going to ask you to do something that you may not have done before. This is so important. Now, don't worry. Don't get discouraged. Don't beat yourself up because you're like, I don't know, Shay. Am I going to teach that later? Yes. But right now, I'm just teaching you a sales habit and a habit that all successful people, let's call them the sales millionaires. They're in the top 1% of salespeople, the top 1% of entrepreneurs because of their system, because of their structure, because of their sequence, and because of their what? Consistency. I could use the 4 S's, but I don't got time for that right now. I just want you to hear my heart and hear where I'm coming from and allow me to really help you. And I don't want you to get motivated. I don't want you to get inspired. I don't want you to get encouraged. I want you to move and take massive action. And at a minimum, at least at a, woo, sorry about that, at a minimum, and hey, Destiny, how's it doing? At a minimum, understand what that is and how that looks and how that works for you. Because I know that you're already working extremely hard. And for the most part, you may not be able to work any harder. One of the things that Karen told me today, by the way, again, this is a coaching session I had today, but it could have been with me. I could have been coaching myself. It could have been with you. Karen said, look, I can't work any harder, man. Like, I can't work any harder. There are not enough hours in a day. And so I've got to find a way to really get to the results I'm looking for. And I thought about that for a moment. And I said, you're right. I'm not asking you to work any harder. I'm not asking you to work smarter. I'm asking you to do both. You're going to work harder and you're going to work smarter. See, it's not I'm going to work smarter and not harder. I'm going to work harder and I'm going to work smarter. It doesn't mean you're not going to take time for yourself. It doesn't mean you're not going to indulge in self-pleasure. But she said, I can't work any harder. If you're out there right now and you're like, you know what, Shay, I can't work any harder. You know what, Shay, this is my time to move towards focused action, And if you could tell me what you told Karen, and this is our session today. I could have talked about anything today, but we had this great session today, and she's writing down the list, and she's talking to me, and I'm talking to her, and I'm writing notes, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa, I wanted to share something, but I can now weave this, and you're just like her, and you're just like me, and you have these conversations with your coach, or you have these conversations in your mastermind, and you're thinking to yourself, I've got to be honest about my pipeline, and I can't work any harder. So what is another habit that I can form right now that's going to help me from where I am in my business? And do you know what I shared with her? I gave her success habit number 2. This is a sales habit number 2. This is what they do. Jot this in your notes. The fortune is in the follow-up. Shay, I already know that. No. Write this down in your notes. The fortune is in the follow-up. No. Seriously. I want someone right now. You're over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. I'm going to give you a chance to promote your business. I want you to do that. But I want you to jot down right now in your notes. The fortune is in the follow-up. Where's the fortune? The fortune is in the follow-up. And so as I shared that with Karen, now imagine Karen and I were having this conversation. We're going back and forth. And I said, okay, you know, one of the principles, and a principle is what guide us. A principle is what we believe in. A principle is why we do what we do. I said, you know, one of our principles is that the fortune is in the follow-up. Now, with you understanding that the fortune is in the follow-up, and you get that, and you understand that distinction, here's my question. What is your best follow-up system? Now, I don't care how you follow up. I don't know if it's through an email. I'm not sure if it's through a text. Hey, I see we have Mawali Henry on here. Hey, Mawali Henry. He travels all over the world, by the way. I know He's out of Atlanta. I think he's in Bermuda. Does a lot of traveling, by the way. He's on here now. And one of the things that I learned when I was with Mawali 2 weeks ago, we was in Dulles, Virginia at Black and Influential, is one of the things that I learned from him is the importance of following up. A phone call, a text message, an email, a touch point. Now, I'm not telling you yet to sell anybody. I'm here to share what are the success habits of the top 1% of folks that exist on the planet. The fortune is in the follow-up. Yeah, there's some other conversations where we teaching you what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. And for those folks that want to know Mawali Henry, you might see Mawali Henry right down there below. I'll pause for a moment. Let's give him a shout out. His wife just had a second beautiful baby. And here's someone that was due to be on the stage to deliver his keynote address at Black and Influential. And he spent time with his wife. The baby was born here in the States. And then after the baby was born and was secure, when I say secure, health was okay, he then came to Black and Influential, delivered his message. And he's someone that helps people tell their story through print, tell their message through books, and an amazing individual. So why do I say that? Because let's just take a moment for those folks that are watching this video and you're looking right below. Do me a favor. Just write congratulations at Mawali. Congratulations at MWALE. You see him down there below at Mawali Henry. Just had his second baby, and here he is right now. He's already a superstar. He was telling me what he was doing at Congress. He was telling me how he was lobbying for more money for those folks that back in his home country. And Mawali, you can put your home country down right below. Put that right below the video. He was sharing with me what he does, and yet he came and he showed up for one reason only, and that was to change someone else's life. So I just want to pause for a moment. I wanted to slow down. Hey, Camry, I see you. Make sure you tag Mawali Henry. I see you and congratulating him on having not only a baby boy, but also coming to serve his people. He made sure he put down there he's from Trinidad. Shout out to all the Trinidadians out there, by the way. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And for those folks that are taking this video right now and you're sharing this, you're paying this message forward, I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But I'm going somewhere with the message. And Mawali, I got sidetracked for a moment, but I just wanted to acknowledge you because you are not only a husband, you are not only a father, you are not only a happy entrepreneur, but you're also an individual that's having big impact in the world. You're telling story, helping those folks take their story and their messages into countries, into homes, into audible books, into schools, into communities and organizations that ordinarily just wouldn't happen. And it's because of you that message is being taken out there. So I just want to acknowledge you for the type of entrepreneur that you are. And when I saw him, he said, look, I'm here. I'm going to deliver my message, and I got to get back home to my wife. He and his wife are a team. So they are a team. They do work together. Obviously, she just had the baby, so she couldn't travel, but he still took time to pay the message for her. So let's all acknowledge Mawali Henry. Thanks, Mawali. You're amazing. You're incredible. For those folks that are listening right now and you're on the conference line, or those folks that are listening to this podcast right now, you can do that over where all the action is taking place is over at happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Let me give it to you once again, happyentrepreneurstribe.com. Amazing, incredible person. Okay, now let's get back to our regularly scheduled program. We got to do that. I told you a couple of success habits. Success habit number one was keep the pipeline full. So Kim has that in her notes now. And then I went to success habit number two, the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune, my friend, is in the follow-up. And so we got to now decide how are we going to follow up? Is it via email? Is it via phone call? Is it via text message? Is it via Facebook Messenger? Is it via online browser? how are we going to do that? And then what's our message? What's the narrative? What's our sales logical argument? Because nobody wants someone to contact them just to sell them something all the time. So what are we going to do in order for us to first be able to connect, have a conversation, then we'll worry about converting. Let me say that again. We're going to first connect, have a conversation, and then we'll worry about the conversion. Hey, Trevor, I think I just said something important. I think those are the 3 C's. Let me slow down. Let me slow down before I speed up. Someone jot that down in my notes. I'm not going to remember that later. But someone jot that down in the notes, please. Matter of fact, look right below the video. Look right below the video and just jot these words down. Connect, conversation, and then what was the last one? Then convert. So we're going to first connect. We're going to have a conversation, and then we'll worry about converting. So we're going to connect first, and that connect is going to be understanding that we have a problem. So look right below the video. Look right below the video for those folks over happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Do me a favor and go ahead and write that down right now. Write that right in your notes so we can have that. Connect, connect, conversation, and then convert. Connect, conversation, and then convert. That's what we're going to be looking at doing. Okay. With that being said, let me make sure I'm doing this right. I think I was doing that right. Okay, so that was the second one I just gave. I think I just gave the second one. Now I'm going to move immediately to the third one. Let me go to the third one that I have. The third one, and then I have a bonus that I'll share. And if you're enjoying this conversation, I want you to go over to the happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Again, the happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. And then I want you to do me a favor. Go ahead and put your number one takeaway. Go ahead and put your number one takeaway for someone to be successful in business. Like, this is not about Shay Brown, so I don't want you to depend all on me. I want you to go over there now. Let me make sure, because I think I can see it. I could have saw it a second ago and system went down, so I want to make sure I can get over to the happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. And I want you to go over here now. Here we go. And if you're online, just go over to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, and I'll let some of you into the group tonight. And then put your number one success idea for someone to be able to, here we go, we're going to prove that now, for someone to be able to really be successful in their business and be successful at what they do. Okay, so you're doing that. Okay, got it. Okay, good stuff. Thank you so much. Let me close this down. This is taking up a lot of my power here. There we go. It's gone now. Just 1 second. Sometimes when you touch those buttons, things happen that you just don't want to happen. Okay. The third success habit that I want to share, and when Kim and I talked about follow up, some of you know what I told Kim. Kim and I, we talked about follow up. One of the things that I shared with her is I said, Kim, it doesn't matter how you follow up, but I want you to have a plan. I want you to have a sequence. And I said, typically, if you meet someone and they are in your hot category, that means there's someone that could close within the next 30 days. I want you to focus on following up to schedule a time to learn more about them. Let me say that again. I said, I want you to have an appointment on your calendar, not to sell them, but to learn more about them. Hold up, Shay. Did you just say if they're a hot lead that I'm not trying to sell them? No, you're not trying to sell them. You're trying to help them understand how you solve a problem. So now we're going to contact them, and now they're on the schedule. That means this is an appointment. That's another success sales habit, that they set appointments. So at least we know when we're going to talk to them. Now, if you can't do that for whatever reason, I want you to send a message. And the message is, I have an idea that will help you. Seriously. Like, I just thought about it, and I have an idea that will help you. I want to get on your calendar for about 10 minutes and just at least share the idea, and we can talk about if it's something that works for you or not work for you. But I want to be able to give that to you. Now, why do I say 10 minutes? This is a technique in sales called reduce the risk. I'll talk about this later. I can't get into that this evening because I'm already in overtime right now. But reduce the risk is when you want to have, let's say, an hour with someone, and you're not sure if they're going to give you an hour. So you ask for 15 minutes or you ask for 10 minutes. So you take the first step. Shay, how do you know that works? And I'm going to tell you, Karen asked the same question. Shay, how have you used that before? I haven't heard that one. I said, look, reduce the risk. Now, I know some of you are thinking, what, Shay? What in the LL Cool J are you talking about now? Like seriously, like what are you talking about? And one of the things I shared with her is I said, look, when I got started, one of my gigs, if you want to say that, one of the ways I used to really grow the business is I would go out and I would ask to be a guest expert. And one of the things as a guest expert is I would ask if I could be a speaker at a sales meeting, a speaker at a conference, if I could be a speaker anywhere there was entrepreneurs. But typically I would call companies to speak at their sales meeting. And when I got the sales manager on the line, who was already having these meetings anyway, and they would have them like every day or at least every other day, and they're saying the same thing, and they were so bored. And I used to ask them if I could come in and be a guest expert to support what they're doing. And I said, look, I know you're busy. So can I please get about 7 to 10 minutes to kind of share with you an idea that even if I don't present it, you can share it. And back then I was talking about the inner game, outer game, and action. That was my jingle. Inner game is your mindset. Outer game is your techniques, and action are the things you need to do that you know you need to do. And so I would ask for 7 to 10 minutes. And now once I got their time, I then can provide value because we got the distinction earlier. People will pay you today if you help them solve a problem today. So I was sharing with Kim, just like I'm sharing with you, one of the reasons why you want to use the technique, the habit, reduce the risk, because it allows you to be able to follow up effectively with people and get time either in their voicemail, time in their email, time in front of them, time on the phone, time through a Facebook Live, time through a Zoom, however you do your meetings, however you connect with them. But we know the fortune is in the follow-up. And so here's my question to you. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 meaning you haven't really been doing it. Like you stink, okay? I've been there where my follow-up and my referrals have been like a level 1. I just stink. Or maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 10. You're like a rock star. Follow up, Shay, don't talk about that. I'm working on other areas of my business. That's fine. So here's my question. What level have you been playing at in terms of follow up on a scale of 1 to 10? You rank yourself however you want to rank yourself. But the importance of it is we know the fortune is in the follow up. So this particular episode, I really wanted to focus on really how to skyrocket your sales. And I want to talk about it from a mindset perspective, but I had to really step back and make sure you have rituals and routines that you can continuously, constantly use in order to get the results you want. So you get predictable, reliable results on an ongoing basis. Predictable, reliable results on an ongoing basis. That's how you do it. I mean, at the end of the day, that's how you do it. So Kim, I brought up the last sales habit that I'm going to share on this particular episode. And Karen would like kill me. Karen would be like, Karen's probably watching right now. She might be listening right now. And I know she has signed up and she said she was going to go back and listen to some of these. And if you want the audio recording and you're listening right now, say, I would love to get the audio recording. Shay, you're speaking to me. Shay, I'm going to follow up. Let's just do a decoration right now. Look right below the video. Hey, Destin, how you doing? Hey, thanks for having Dora for all that you're doing. Saucony Prince, you are a rock star, man. Gotta have you on. I love the videos you're doing. But here's what I want you to do. Look right below the video, and you're going to write this affirmation. I am a master at follow-up. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Let me say that again. I am a master at follow-up. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's you. This is a declaration for you. You are the happy entrepreneur. So go ahead and write that down right now. I am a master at follow-up. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. And this is important. This is very important for you because I want to make sure that you are clear. Even if you don't believe it, I want you to tell yourself that Shay Brown holds the belief for me. Every morning when you wake up, every morning when you look in that mirror, Shay Brown holds the belief for me. Because even if you don't believe it, I'm believing you are a follow-up master. If the fortune is in the follow-up, there's a lot of things you're going to be a master at. And one of them is going to be in what? is going to be in the follow-up. So what is your best follow-up system? Look, one of the things I want to make sure is that some of you want to go back and hear the replay of this. Some of you want the audio. Some of you want to make sure that if you miss one of these episodes, you get your hands on it. Here's one of the things you can do. Just go ahead and text the word GIFT. Text the word GIFT, GIFT to 202-999-3515. Again, text the word GIFT. So open up your browser, your messenger, type in the number 202-999-3515. Again, 202-999-3515, and just type the word GIFT. Type the word GIFT. My gift to you is that you get the replay of this. And some of you want to make sure you have the notes of this. And some of you, you're listening, you're like, I've got to improve my pipeline. I've got to improve my follow-up. Shay, you never mentioned the third habit. Does it really matter? Shay, you never mentioned the third habit. Look, does it matter? Okay, I'll tell you, because I told the Kim, and I've got to tell it to you. And here it is. What gets measured gets managed. Now, I mentioned this yesterday, but I had this same conversation with Karen today. Here's the success habit number 3. Jot this in your notes. Put this right below, by the way. What gets measured gets managed. What gets measured gets managed. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Now, I'm here to help you help yourself. I'm here to help you improve the quality of your business. I'm here only. I'm only here for you. So what gets measured gets managed. So as I was talking to Kim, and I had Kim, here's what we're going to do. Here's a habit we're going to have. We're going to measure the hot, warm, and cold leads in our pipeline. How many are they? We're going to measure how many times we're going to follow up with someone over the next 30 days. See, what gets measured gets managed. And it's possible you might not be managing certain results because you're not measuring it. And if you are, cool. Like I said, every habit is not for you. You can listen, but I'm going to ask that you pay this message forward. I'm going to ask you to hit the share button and pay this message forward. And if you're over at happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, that's where the magic's taking place. That's where I'm going to post the replay. That's where I'm going to post the audio. For those that didn't text me, go over to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. If you're not a member, you can ask to be a member, and then write these words. What gets measured gets managed. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. And then share. What are you now going to measure? And maybe you're already measuring it. As I was talking to Karen, by the way, I said to myself, Destiny, as I was talking to her, I was like, whoa, you know what? I've got to step up my game. I got to raise my game. And one area that I know that we're not measuring, it's probably last year left $250,000 on the table, is in the area of referrals. I really haven't been measuring how many referrals I asked for and how many referrals I received, or how many referrals the team asked for, or how many referrals the team received, because I've been living by the philosophy that, you know what, as long as it's happening, it's happening. I know it happens, but I haven't been measuring it. I haven't been really looking at our systematic way that we go about in terms of generating referrals. And as a result, there's money being left on the table. Now, this is not a conversation around referrals. That's not what the conversation is. The conversation that you need to walk away with is, what will I measure in my business? What will I measure in my life so that I can manage it at a much deeper level? I had a call yesterday with a superstar, a rock star, and we're going over what's happening at this person's conference, and they're going into how many people went to the website, and how many folks expressed an interest, and how many individuals have bought tickets, and how many individuals have bought the VIP. And they were getting into, you would call it the weeds or the details, but what I was listening for is they were measuring certain categories because they were indicators at the success of the conference. Again, it's not a new idea, but it doesn't have to be a new idea. Jot this in your notes, and I'm going to close up. I'm in overtime, but jot this in your notes. This is so important, and here it is. Never, someone write this down below in the notes so I close up, but put this down, please. Never underestimate the power of the basics. Let me say that again. Never underestimate the power of the basics. And it's the basics. It's the little things that we do that truly make the biggest difference. Yeah. What gets measured gets managed. Yes, Shay. I'm going to be a follow-up master. Yes, Shay. I'm taking a look at my pipeline. Yes, Shay. I'm all in for making sure I master the basics, that I don't underestimate the power of the basics. I get it. I hear you loud and clear. And with that being said, I know that you're going to do that. I know you're going to go out there and you're going to make a difference. I just want to close with a couple of thoughts, just an idea. When Karen and I closed up, we agreed that we were going to continue to not only work together, but also hold each other accountable. And she asked me a question, which was kind of interesting, right? Because she's known for doing stuff like that. She says, how are you going to hold yourself accountable? Like, what are you going to do? Because we're going to each hold ourselves accountable. I said, what? You're the one stroking me a check. I didn't say it like that. But that's what I was thinking. And she was very serious. And so I got nervous, as anyone would get nervous, right? By the way, so I got my little glass of water. And I said, well, one of the things I've been talking about doing, Karen, that I haven't really executed on, and maybe you're like this, there's some things you've been talking about doing for more than 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Some of you for over the last couple of months that you haven't done. But what I've been talking about is bringing back something called the Word of the Week. And the Word of the Week is something that I did 3 or 4 years ago. If you're ever on YouTube, you can Google Shay Brown, the Word of the Week. And then one of the things I used to do is share what the Word of the Week is that was going to drive my focus that week, was going to drive my determination that week, that was going to drive my discipline that week. Yeah, what was the word? What was the word of the week? And I used to share that like every Sunday, and I used to get excited during the week just thinking about it. And I know Saucony Prince is out there, and Saucony Prince does a fantastic job sharing stories and sharing what's going on in his life. And every time I see his video, I think, gosh, I used to do that. That was what I really loved doing. It was a lot of fun because it would have me focus. So whatever word I said on Sunday, I'm thinking of that whole week, and I'm applying every principle to just that word. And oh my gosh, I get excited thinking about it. I said, Karen, the word of the week. She says, I'm going to do it too. I said, what? Yeah. And so now I got to do it. And so here's what I'd like to offer to you as you're listening. Yeah, we're going to do the lab. And if you're feeling what I'm saying and you're ready to raise your game, you're ready to live in the moment, you're ready to make tiny changes to get remarkable results. If that's you, I want you to jot these words down in your notes, and together we're going to do this. I'm closing up, but together we're going to do that. I don't know what you're going to hold yourself accountable. If you want to text me and you want to share that with me, something that you want to do privately, I'm all in. But jot this down in your notes. This is so important. And here it is. If you're ready, just say I'm ready. Here it is. Put this down. This is your last note for this particular episode, but here it is. What gets measured gets managed. Not what gets measured gets managed. I'm tired. That's not what I want to say. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Sheesh. I'm not perfect either, huh? Tiny changes, remarkable results. They really need to get me some notes. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Your focus. My thought right now for the week, and I don't know when I'm going to start doing the thought of the week, but my thought is tiny changes, remarkable results. And so one of the things I can do is start writing down the words that have the greatest impact to me. I can start writing down not the meaning that's on Google or the meaning that's inside a Webster dictionary, but what does the word mean to me and how does it apply to me, and what lessons have I learned that I can share that can help someone else have more success or more joy or more happiness or more fulfillment or just feel better about themselves. See, I can make that tiny change and I can get remarkable results. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. That's you. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Someone jot that down right below the notes. That, my friend, that's you. You are the happy entrepreneur. So with that being said, I just want to let you know that you're amazing. I told Karen this has been an incredible session. I told Karen I might even share it when we're in the lab, sharing the sales and marketing solutions, because sometimes you have one of those conversations that's truly remarkable and it makes a big difference for you. And that conversation that I had when I was working with her directly, I was reflecting on myself and I was thinking about all of you. So you're amazing. That's the takeaway. I want you to go over to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, and I want you to write down the tiny changes you're going to make and the remarkable results you're looking for. Now, you can share what you feel comfortable sharing, but go over to happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com. Again, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, happyentrepreneurs.tribe.com, and you go ahead and you write down the tiny changes you're looking and the remarkable results you want to get. Tiny changes, remarkable results. You can just put that down. Tiny changes, remarkable results. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. Hashtag the happy entrepreneur. With that being said, Saucony Prince, you're amazing. Camry, you're amazing. Daryl Mack, thanks for joining. Destiny Robbins, you are amazing. Robert McDory, great hanging out with you. Mawali, thanks for joining. And all of you who are out there right now, Sylvia, Vandor, I see you, James. I see you, Mike. I can't get to everybody, but I want to let you know you are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing in the world. This is your year. This is your time. This is your moment. And I know for you with 100% certainty, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. You continue to put one foot in front of the next foot, 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 and the magic is going to keep happening to you. Why? Because you're going to keep trying. Why? Because my daddy taught me, Marsha Brown, never give in, never give out, and never give up. Never give up, never give up, never give up. You are the happy entrepreneur. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown as well, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And my promise to you is we're going to make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless, and I wish you success. Bye-bye for now.